Hi everyone, this is Miss Yo, and I'm here a little bit different than normal. Usually I'm here with a haul. We do have one more haul to do with each other. However, let me give you my disclaimer first, and then I can get into the story. Disclaimer, if you guys ever notice, I really don't come to YT to tell my personal business, meaning who I'm dating, who I'm crazy in love with besides Pooch Hall, Marion Pooch Hall from the game, Durban. I love him. I have no problem, declaring that to the world. But he's a celebrity with a wife and 4 kids, so hey, I digress. I don't come back, you guys know I don't have children, but, I don't go too deep in the whole kid thing, and I kind of keep it, I'm real chill. Try to keep it level, nothing too much. Well, the reason why I was able to do that is because I always had a confidant to go talk to. And that confidant now, we've severed ties after 18 years of knowing each other. So it got to a point that I'm like, I don't have anyone else to talk to about that. He used to talk me off the ledge. Because, I go from 0 to infinity and beyond, and he'll talk me off the ledge. But like I said, we've severed ties after 18 years, and it's a-okay. He has new beginnings about to start, and I say congratulations to that, and that's about it. Then I'm really not like a trusting individual, meaning the very first time I see you, no, I'm an introvert. I can't do snapshots. I have to like peg you out, see what's your motive. Unless my heart tells me to do it, I'm not just about to instantly do it. So I did meet someone else, and I thought that person would have been a great confidant, but I can't have you doing high goal seek in my life. I don't do that. Don't come and go, don't go. And I still like the individual. Trust me, I really, really do. I still like the individual, but if I can't have you all the time, then save it. I don't want you some of the time. So I come to you guys. Now that I've given my disclaimer, you guys know why I don't talk to you guys in that fashion. Now you see why. I didn't have to. 11 years ago, I was told, when I first found out about my particular ailments, all my metabolic ailments, I also was told, well, Yolanda, you should have a kid, you should do this. Then I was scared of children. I'm not afraid of them now, but I am not rushing to have one. No. My limit was 30 and I'm 32. So you get it. Nevertheless, I was told I was diabetic, things of that nature. Okay. The reason why they told me to hurry up and have kids because us women know there are sometimes some things that will prevent you from having them. But being being 21, that meant nothing to me. It's not, I'm like, who cares? So then from that, it went to other elements and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I've been knowing about this particular issue I'm going to bring up very soon for a while. It's literally 11 years. I had a good medical core team back at home. So I had a good core team, medical-wise, at home. And then I had that confidant to go to when I questioned things. And then it was like, hey, like some things I don't even tell my family. My confidant knew. And all of that was severed. We severed ties. So, like I said, the next person, I'm not sure why I was so trustworthy with this person, or even just in a sense came out to be 100, because I'm an introvert. Yes, I can be friendly, but I'm really not trying to tell you my whole life story. You got to stay around to see that. I don't know, but I did. But like I said, if it's not reciprocated or I don't talk back to you, hey, why keep talking? However, went to my physician. Physician said, okay, Yolanda, why are you here? Now, I do my physician's job for him, meaning since I am in the area I'm in, and I never talk about my job either, do I? No. But since in the area I'm in, it's not much my doctor can tell me that I don't know myself. Well, myself and my two sisters, we're all in the medical healthcare. That's all I have to say. My job has YouTube and Facebooks, and we don't want to compromise anything. Nevertheless, I went to the doctor. They did a blood test, did a urine sample. Now, I'm not scared of the blood test. That was not anything. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? No. So he calls me back. Now, usually I don't get a call back. I don't get follow-up calls. Is no one usually have anything else to say because they know my medical history now that I've been here for almost 6 years. And the results were, we need you to come in. So I'm like, ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm not scared. Sure, I'm on my way. I'll come. So I went in. The weirdest part is that our RN came in first, and she talked to me. I'm like, I know everybody by name. My physician knows me by name. Hi, Yolanda. Hey, Dr. M. So, we know each other by name. However, this lady comes in. I think he had her come in to, like, kind of soften the blow. So, she asked me, she was like, we got your results back. I said, okay. And then she was like, are you aware? And I wanted to just say, spit it out. She was like, well, do you know what hemoglobin is? I said, yeah, blood. Yeah. Well, your CBC is off, and, your blood is really low. She gave me that face, really low. I was like, okay. This is not new, you guys. I've heard this a lot. So she was like, do you believe it's from, a menstruation side? Your menstrual? Or do you believe it's something else? I said, I believe it's both. I've been going through the whole menstruating since I was 12. I'm 32. So, yeah, it's both. And my gastroenterologist, that is the digestive system doctor, gastroenterologist asked me the same thing. So, I'm lacking iron. So when she comes to me, she says, Yolanda, we have 2 options for you. For the last year, we've been doing step therapy. What step therapy is that they just try you as a guinea pig. Let's try this. If it don't work, let's try this. Well, they did that for 12 consecutive months, which means the step therapy doesn't work. So they say, Yolanda, you do understand for a woman of your age in the childbirthing time, you should be between 10 and 16. And I said, okay, where am I? She was like, 8.5. She said, maybe 7, 8.7. Now, from what I know, a hospital will sit there and give you blood. They will. Now, if you have me fainted, laid out, and you can't help me anymore, I'm unconscious and you have to save my life, okay. But blood has me a little, okay. Like that, like blood has me like that. So, all these years I've been giving blood, literally. Now, one time I fainted from getting blood. I gave blood. They took too much, actually. And I'm sitting there, and, the room is spinning. And technically, when you get blood, you're not supposed to lay down. I was like, I'm out. Laid down. I was contracted. They was unable, because I laid down like this. They was unable to, it's like my bones just locked up. They was unable to move my arms. All of that. And then I wake up on the floor like this, like, why is my legs up in the air? It was like, what happened? They was like, you fainted. And I think you're done giving blood. Okay? I was like, you think? And I was actually sick for that, that whole day. So I'm wondering, like, y'all talking about blood transfusions. Can y'all go get my old blood and get back to me? If that's the problem. So she was like, so what do you want to do? We're going to send you to this hematologist. I'm like, well, dang, okay. All right, let me think this over. Trying to send me places. Wait. So, we went through all of this, the issues that can happen. And my main concern, because you guys already know, if you saw that video with all the patches, I have a heart issue. And all of this is that nice inheritance my father gave me, because everything I have, he had, except for the cancer. And I bind that in the name of Jesus. I ain't getting that. So, it's heredity. And it's been heredity my whole life. So, either on his side of the family you're crazy or you're sick. I got a little both. And I have to laugh so I won't cry because it's just so much. It's overwhelming. You know, losing my father, losing my aunt, earlier this year losing my friend, and then you tell me, Yolanda, you need a blood transfusion. Really? I need a who? No. Now, I turned them down 3-4 years ago, and it's like every year or when they bring it back to me, ask, you mean, do I want to do the transfusion? I always tell them no. It's not going to change. I'm skeptical. I'm sorry. Just because you got on a white coat don't mean I trust everything you say. So I said, what's the alternative? Because we have alternatives. They was like, we can do an iron infusion. I said, okay, let's talk about that. An iron infusion is when they can do an IV or they can do a port predicated upon your veins. I'm sure they'll give me an IV because the vein right here. Like if I wanted to be a head, I couldn't use this vein or this one because you guys like will see it like this is like blue. Yeah. So it wouldn't be smart for me to use something like that. So I was like, okay, and it's a drip and they intravenously, so IV, puts it in your arm and hope for the best. I can't guarantee that the iron will not come out. The ultimate goal is to find where the bleed. Of course, we already got one area where the bleed is, and then the other. But if Aetna's not going to pay for the gastroenterologist to fix this, Yolanda gonna keep moving because it's not cheap. So I said, okay, I hear you, doc. I respect what you say, but I need to think about it. And then at that moment, I forgot. I no longer had my confidants anymore. I never had the 18-year situation that you know everything about me and I know everything about you, and I can actually describe you with my eyes closed and hear your voice 10,000 miles away, and I'm contacting you and I find out something's wrong. So that's gone. And the new one, who I truly liked, I really did, and I had to like if I was telling, you know, my medical issues, because I usually don't go straight in. Why? Because people say mean things. One thing the 18-year-old friendship said, we were out eating, and I get sick off the slightest things. And I got sick. I swear I like almost fainted going into the bathroom. I was not feeling good at all. By the time I came back, you know, he paid the check. We out the door. And I was like, you know I have da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, damn, you got a lot of problems. I'm like, did you just say that? Did you just say, damn, I got a lot? I said, let me tell you something. Lean in, hon. If someone is actually open enough to tell you something, don't tell them the obvious. I didn't say, do I have problems? I was just telling you about a problem. So I didn't like that. But again, after 18 years, you kind of just don't throw it away. At that time, it wasn't 18. At that time, it was 14. Now we're at 18. But I want to ask you guys. I just gave you the story. Your physician comes to you and say, your iron is low. You should be between in your birthing stages 10 through 16. However, for the past year, we had you at like 8.7. Now you're dropped to 8.5. So that means what we're doing is not helpful. Do you want a blood transfusion? How would you feel? What would you do? Tell me how you'll handle it. Would you say no to the blood altogether? Or would you say, you know what, give me the blood? Or give me the infusion, and if the infusion does not work, we're going with the blood. What would you do? That's my question. So let's have a dialogue here. Please leave everything at the bottom. And that is my question. And if you want to know my answer, iron infusion. Bye.